I say, how are you doing today? How are you doing today? Y'all already know it's your favorite rapper, the best film writer, director, St. Louis Facts, award-winning published author, actor, journalist, actor, business owner, nominated Hollywood music artist, #1 bestseller, Lacey G. Souldier Turner. And today, I got a very special guest with me. She been doing her thing in St. Louis, putting it down, making a mark for herself. And you know what I'm saying? She just is going to get bigger and bigger and better and better. So, without further ado, I'm going to let the people introduce y'all to the wonderful, amazing, talented Sandyi Cheeks. Welcome to the platform, Sandy.
Hi.
Bars. Look, she get y'all away. That's all y'all get. No,
Hi. I did
no,
say something.
no. Now I'll just mess with you. So before we get into your cater biz, I want to let the people get to know you a little bit. So can you let the people know where were you born and raised, and how was your upbringing as a child?
Okay, it's kind of like a long kind of thing. So I was born in Carbondale, so I am originally a Illinois resident,
Okay.
but I was raised in Indiana. So like Maryville, Indiana. Then I moved to Indianapolis when I was 16 with my mom, and then I moved back. Well, I moved to Carbondale when I was 19. And then I went to school for like a year and a half, and I just was like, I don't want to be here. So I went back to Indianapolis, and then I moved back here in 2021.
Mm,
Then I finished school, so I've been living here ever since June 2021. So kind of like that, but I had a good upbringing.
okay.
Um, I had a two-parent household. I had bonus parents. Well, it was good. I had a good life.
Okay. So let me ask you this. For the people who never been to St. Louis, they want to come here, but they see all the bad reputation, the murders and all that type of stuff. What can you tell the people about St. Louis who want to come here but scared to
Um, so I still technically live in Illinois, but I
come?
just live on the other side. But I feel like if you move anywhere, I think people are scared to move places in general because it's like, oh my gosh, I don't have that much family here.
Mhm.
But you will never see if you got your wings if you don't fly, like try to fly at least. So I feel like it's like living everywhere. You just have to make sure you pay your bills
Facts.
and just keep living.
Yeah.
Like if going to another city makes you feel better, go ahead. I
Mm,
feel like I can move wherever I want to move at because I know how to take care of myself and my kids. So
mm.
it's like I'm not scared to just do it.
Facts. I feel you. I'm the same way. Yeah, listen. Me and Sandy, we still alive, so y'all can go wherever y'all want. Just stay out the way, stay out the trouble. You know what I'm
There
saying?
you go.
That's all you
Pay
gotta
your
do.
bills. Pay your bills.
So let me ask you this, Sandy. So everybody was living their life, and then COVID came and hit. So after COVID hit, I know you went to college, majored in elementary education. So can you tell the people about that? How did you feel when COVID hit, and what made you want to go to school?
So when COVID hit, I was happy with COVID hit because I'm a home person. Uh,
He's like, I like being at home anyway.
I had everything I needed at home, and so it didn't bother me. Then we got all those paychecks just to stay at home. I was like, that's a win-win. And that's when I started my business. But I went to school to be a teacher when I was going on 24 after dropping out of college at 19 because I had a kid. He was in the YMCA before and after school group. And he was just like, Miss Shay, I act like this because I rather kids laugh with me than at me. He was like, but I want to know, but I just don't. And my parents don't help me at home. So me just being a little sappy that I am. I helped him every day before and after school because I knew who his parents were and they were not helping him. Um, and so that's how I got into education. So I went back to school and I had like a goal this time. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to finish. I know what I want to do. And that's what I did. So I
Mm,
am now a certified teacher. I teach fifth grade. I love it. Um, we do TikToks. They always say reach the kids where they at.
mm,
Kids love TikTok. I love TikTok. So we actually do TikToks together uh, on Sandy Cheeks. So
okay.
that's what we do.
So,
But
so
they
let me
learning.
ask let me ask
They
you this.
learn.
Let me ask you this. So I feel because I served with AmeriCorps before, and I was a tutor and a mentor in the school system, so I got to
Mm.
see that. I feel being a teacher is a very important job because y'all are practically other than the parents raising the youth and installing them with the knowledge. So, how important do you feel it is to be a teacher?
Um, Teachers are important and they should get paid more. But let them stop
Right.
lying to you and say it's not no money education because it is. Um, they may require you to do stuff, but everything in life require you to do stuff. Just like if you work overtime at a regular job, you doing extra stuff to get some extra money. Same with education. Like I tutor after school. I mean, I'm there to 5 anyway, so why not help the students that actually want to get help? And teachers are important, but what's more important are the parents' help.
Mm,
Um, in some school systems, they lack that a lot. The
mm,
parents really just send their kids to school to get a break from them and not caring if they're getting smart or learning or anything like until they come home with a bad grade. And
mhm,
that's what a disconnect is at in general when it comes to teacher and parent involvement.
mhm,
I'm gonna call your parents for good stuff and bad stuff. I'm not gonna always just call you for bad things because don't call me for bad things. I tell my kids they ain't did nothing good at all.
mhm,
So I feel like it needs to be more that, but it needs to be more rapport with the parents and the teachers because we got to work together. I can only do so much before 3 o'clock.
mhm.
After that, you got it from 3 to the next day until
Mhm.
they come back with me at 7 o'clock. So, I got to have time. You got to have time. We sharing custody with these kids. We got to do right by them.
Facts. Okay.
So.
So did you when you got in the school, did you get to pick what grade level you wanted to teach? And was it hard for you to, like, I guess, get to the kid? Some teachers be like it's hard. Like when I was tutoring in school, I found some teachers where the kids respected them and sometimes where the kids ran over other teachers. So did you get to pick your own grade, and was it hard to, reach the fifth graders?
No. Okay, so I did get to pick my grade. So I learned at school that you were not supposed to tell like the people that you're getting hired by what grades you didn't want. So I actually talked to the what is it, the superintendent? I think that's her position. And she was just like, what's going on? Why won't you sign the contract? I was like, because I don't want that. And so I'm like, and I also told her, she was like, what grade do you want to work at? Do you want to work with? And I was like, you're not supposed to say that. She was like, I know. She was like, but I'm asking you, so it's okay to answer. And I was like, well, I don't want to work at anything under third grade. I said, I really want to work fourth, fifth, or sixth. I said, I don't want to work third down because they childish. I mean, I guess all kids is childish. Even adults are childish, but I can't read the record all day like this.
Yeah, gotcha.
I'd rather, teach a little bit and then have them do self work. Kindergartners not do self work. We're doing everything as a class. And I'm like,
Facts. Facts.
and then I kind of stood on business with my salary. Like when she kept sending it to me, she was just like, she finally called, was like, why won't you sign with HR? And I was like, because I don't want that amount. I was like, I know that you go up from the amount you start at. And I was like, yeah, I'm not starting at that one. I actually probably get paid the same as some been there for 6 years teachers
Mm,
because I stood
nice,
on business about my money.
nice.
Y'all need teachers? Show me.
Mhm.
So
I like
hey.
it. Okay. So
It's
was it hard to, I guess, teach the kids, or was you able to
not hard to
adapt?
teach fifth graders. Okay, you know what? One thing I remember is being in the fifth grade. And I had a really great student teacher. And I had a really great teacher. And so I kind of just teach like that.
Mm,
Because I remember, like, I still remember things that I was taught in that grade. So you got to be related. You got to be relatable to them.
mhm,
If you go up there just teaching, even if you in college, if you go there, you just teaching boringly, like you're gonna lose your students. You want to get them engaged, get them up, get them active. You want them to learn at the end of the day, but everybody learns differently.
mhm,
So I'm more of a hands-on person. If you sit here and tell me a whole bunch of directions, I may obtain some of that, then I'm be like, I don't know.
mhm.
So I feel like I meet them where they are. And I
Got
teach them like 5 different ways. That way, something gotta stick. Something sticking somewhere to somebody, whether it's a song, a game,
mhm.
hands-on activities, writing, reading. We do it all in my classroom.
Gotcha. Okay, okay. So now let's talk about, you got a great business going on, a catering business that's making noise. So can you tell the people about your catering business? Tell them the name and everything about it.
Yes, I love this one. So I have a business. It's called Truella's Kitchen, and I'm a personal chef. Okay, so that's what I do. I go to people's houses, and I cook for them. So for events, anniversaries, um, if you're in a doghouse trying to get out, call me. Um, so you can find me on Google, Thumbtack, and Instagram. So it's Truella's Kitchen, Truellas Kitchen. So, and those are both my kids' names put together, and that's just how I came up with the name. My name is not Truella. People think that often, but no, my son's
How you
name is
doing,
True.
Truella?
Right? They be like, "Your name Truella," and I'm like, no. Uh, those are my kids. My daughter's name is Ella, and my son's name is True. So that's how you get Truella's Kitchen.
Mm. So what type of foods do you cook?
I cook everything except for Asian cuisine. I can't quite tell you like I can host a dinner with that because it's gonna taste like black cuisine because I don't know if they use it,
Gotta
but
taste like
I
black.
don't got the sauce with that
Put
one.
some of the
So
seasoning in here. No.
yeah, like I don't know what it is, but
Mm.
I stay away from that. But everything else like Mediterranean, American, of course. I cook Mexican food,
Italian, Italian.
Italian. I took Italian for sure. I make desserts and I make my own signature drinks. I got a drink called Walking Red Flag. It tastes really good, but it's gonna get you all the way through there. So be careful with those ones. But my biggest sellers, I guess, is my salmon, asparagus, my zucchini and squash, and my lobster mac. So pretty much every time I get booked, it's something around that one. It was like people don't normally make that, and you got such great reviews. That's what I want. So I'm actually doing a dinner on Sunday. And I got a dinner on the 14th. So y'all can't date me for Valentine's Day because I'm already booked and busy.
Look at that. She's super book, super book, super book. So what made you want to start your own catering business?
COVID.
That made you look at that. She was calling. I'm gonna be a teacher and I'm gonna start my catering business.
Yeah. So I always wanted to like get out there and try. But I was like, you know how you just get scared, like you get scared to move. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get supported. I'm not if I'm gonna do this. And I took a survey and I was like, if I started my business, who would support me? And I got so many like, reactions on Facebook. So I was like, okay. So one day I had just jumped out there and I was like, I'm cooking this, da 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 da. I had took a survey from my friends, like, what would y'all want to eat if I cooked it? And they was like, it was salmon, zucchini, and squash, lobster mac, and it was grilled chicken, green beans, and lobster mac. And so I had made those things. I had took a deposit for all the orders just to make sure people were serious. And I had a really great turnout. And then so a lot of my friends have supported me because I was just cool with them. They was like, "We're gonna support you because we cool with you. We didn't know you knew how to cook though." We was like, "We wish you would have ordered more plates now," because I was doing plates at first. And they was like, "We just supported you because you are a friend and we want to see you do well." They was like, "But we didn't know you could cook for real."
Mm,
And then also, when I used to cook plates, I would go live because some people kitchens are dirty, or you having all this good food and they got roaches and dogs and cats running around. I would go live on purpose, like, "Hey, this is me cooking. You let me know if you see a roach in the back because it's live. Like you let me see some cats or something, me dropping stuff. Let me know." So I think that set me aside and made me different. So I started
mm,
getting more and more orders, and
mm.
then I had moved here,
Okay,
so I do a lot of walking it around.
gotcha.
Because I didn't know nobody. So I did well.
Okay,
Um, but then I was like, I want to kind of move up with this. So that's when I started doing personal chef thing for people. And I
gotcha,
love that. So it's like same money, less people, more time, not rushing.
gotcha.
So I fell in love with that. I've done some catering. I did small weddings. I did baby showers. But I do a lot of intimate dinners and
Yeah,
little birthday parties. So
yeah. So that's one thing I was gonna say. You might have said it a little bit, but everybody does like everybody got their catering business. So what would you say separates you from other catering business?
I'm not accepting no bad reviews. No, I'm kidding. That's what it is. But honestly, I'm a person that's gonna make it right because I think a lot of people don't make it right. They just be like, well, I know that it was good. It was this and the third. It's like you gotta listen to your consumer base,
Yeah,
and I do. So if I mess up, I want to fix it because I don't want you to have that bad um
experience.
outlook with me. Like, oh, I had her food that one time, it was nasty. So I want to make it right with you. That's
Mm.
what I do. I think a lot of people don't make it right because they just want to stand on, well, 100 other people said it was great. But well, you know what I'm saying? That one bad review can just kind of stop you. So, and I got great punctuality when it comes to that. That's really important. Like, don't waste somebody's money or time. I taste my food. But I also do try a thing where I cook blind.
Mm,
And not blind completely, but it's like I'm just putting stuff together to see how it comes out.
mm,
Like giving it a try. Because sometimes you gotta take, you gotta give it a try and see if
mhm.
it works out. So, um, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So look, I like that. I like that. So look, you doing teacher. You a teacher. Got your
hmm
own catering business, and you also be doing podcasting too. So let the people know what made you want to do podcast. What's the name of your podcast, and what made you want to do
The name of my podcast is Talking Shit with Top Shelf.
it?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So how I got into that is I used to be in the dance industry heavily until I was, graduated and did all my great stuff. But hey, you got to start somewhere.
That's right.
Um,
Yeah, facts.
and I would like talk shit after work about the night. And so a lot of people look forward to hearing it because I may be problematic, but I ain't never told a lie. So it's like you think about it, but you're like, I ain't gonna say that. I don't want to cause no problems. I don't really care about causing no problems because sometimes we need to hear that. I think nowadays everybody want to just go with positivity this, positivity that, and it's like, look, we're ruining the people with that. Be positive, but tell the truth. And I feel like we lacking that truth part nowadays. Like, be big and beautiful, but cover it up sometimes. Be BBL'd out, but make it look good. Let's be honest with it. And
Facts.
so that is one thing I talk about is just stuff that I see. And then so they be like, I know you don't make the content we do. Right. I don't make the content. I just see the content and I'm gonna talk about it. So if you don't want to be talked about, get it together. And then
Facts.
what also makes it cool is I talk about myself too. So it's like I be like, tonight I knew my hair was ugly tonight. I don't care about that. Like so I'm not just ragging on people, like I talk about
Keep it a
myself too.
red. I got you.
Yeah. So and then so I end up getting a big base off of that. So everybody, if I go to work or I be out at nighttime, they be like, I can't wait to Top Shelf Radio tonight. I know it's gonna be something. And I'm like, yeah, it is.
Okay. Look at that, man. Look, yeah, she doing. Look, she a teacher. She podcast. She got her own case. She just doing everything here. So let me ask you this. With you doing all these great things along your journey, what would you say has been your greatest challenge?
Oh man. Uh getting your business name out there.
Mm,
So I say that because it's like I read some article one time that says your people that you know are not going to be your biggest supporters. And
right.
I was like,
That's
wow,
a
that's
fact.
crazy.
That's a
And it's
fact.
facts. Like, it's going to be people that you don't know that really support you. And so I had to get out of that because I know you should support me. Like, even if you want to come support me later when everybody else is doing it, come on. Come on, little bald head edges. Like, come on, we can go celebrate together. It took you a long time. You've been
Fact.
new about it.
Facts.
But sometimes you gotta understand that people are just bandwagon people and you
Mm,
can't depend on them to support you, even though you would support them. So I had to
mhm.
think about it like that. Like just because I support you, that don't mean you support me.
Facts. Okay. I like
Mhm.
that. So on the flip side of that, what would you say has been your greatest accomplishments?
Graduating.
Mm,
That meant a lot to me. Because I had a baby at 18 years old, it was like now all of a sudden you're gonna be a statistic of a young parent being on type of assistance, and I wish I had some assistance. I do,
yeah. You gotta
but
give me some food
my
stamps. So.
mom taught me how to take care of myself. And that's one thing that she taught me. And my daddy taught me how to get back from a place that I wasn't familiar with, even if it was backwards. So he was like, "So you ever somewhere you don't want to be, you call me. And you got to tell me how to get to you backwards, you tell me that." And my mom taught me how to be a woman and take care of my own self. So no matter where I am in the world, what's going on, I can take care of myself.
Mm,
Um, but I went to school simply at first at 18, well 19, because I didn't want people to look at my appearance as they didn't do a good job with me. Because I'm grown now, I got pregnant at 18. oh well, it is what it is. I take care of my daughter, you know. But I didn't want them to be looked at as, oh well, you know, we glad that something happened to y'all, and so she ain't
Exactly.
nothing, and blah blah blah. You bragged on your kids, and they not doing anything. And I don't think my mom bragged on us, but she just told the truth of what was going on with us. We were doing stuff with our lives,
Mm,
and so I went to school because it looked good to my parents, and I was worried about how they looked at my parents.
mm,
And then while I was there, I was like, I want to be a medical examiner, but I couldn't handle that because my
mm.
heart too big for stuff like that. I can't see how
Yeah.
you kill a child, you know.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
So I dropped out that major, and I went back home, and I was like, I'm just gonna live life for a little bit. Because who says you got to figure out your life at 18 years old, 19 years old? Like, you don't have to. So that is when I became a teacher. But getting back into that and all the negatives I got thrown my way made me just go harder for myself and my kids. And that's when I graduated. So like I had the biggest smile on my face when I walked across the stage because like I made it. Like
Mm,
through all the stuff I went
yeah.
through, I was married twice. Um, you know, up and down just in life. And then I finally made it. I
Yeah.
still had my goal in mind. No matter what I was going through, I was gonna get my degree. Like so that was most important to me. And I did it. And I'm still happy to this day about that.
Good. See, that's a great thing. That's a great thing. I love that. I love hearing the great success stories for real.
Yeah.
Um, so let me ask you this: what advice? I'm gonna ask you this for two parts. What advice would you give someone who wants to be a teacher, and also what advice would you give to somebody who wants to start their own business?
Advice about being a teacher. If you don't truly love what you are doing, do not go there. It is so many wolves in sheep clothing. Just because they're getting a paycheck, they off during the summer times, off at 3 o'clock. And that is not a reason to be a teacher. These kids need us. Because sometimes we the only parent figure they got. So you gotta be there. And I'm there for a lot of my kids. Like I do their hair, all that kind of stuff. I talk to the 101s. I see what's going on with them. And so that's really important. So if you don't want to be a teacher because you don't love kids, do not come in the field with us. Because it's like we love our kids no matter how bad they may be, don't matter, whether it's up and down, whether what's going on with them, we love them. We want them to be at school every day with us. So that's one thing for that. And if you want to start your own business, just do it. It's hard, but just jump out there
Mm,
because that's how you're gonna do it. Walmart, they just jumped out there and now that's everywhere. McDonald's, they just started, they everywhere. Your podcast, your is it a podcast?
mm-hmm. Yep.
You just started. And now you big. So it's like just start. You're gonna get somewhere. Especially if you're passionate about it. Everybody else will see your passion. It'll get there eventually. Even if it
Mm,
takes a while. So
mm. Great
yeah.
jewels. Look at that, Sandy dropping some jewels for you. I dropping some jewels. So let the people know where can they find you at. They want to book you or just check you out or whatever.
So if you want to book me, the best way to book me is through my number, but I'll give it to you on Truella's Kitchen Instagram page. So it's Truella's Kitchen underscore 22. That's when I started the page. So it's Truella's Kitchen underscore 22. So if you want to book with me, just write me through there. I'll give you a call back immediately. Do not book me through Thumbtack unless you're just on Thumbtack because they charge us. Um, and you can find me on my Google page. I actually got to upgrade my number, but Truella's Kitchen underscore 22 on Instagram is the best way to find me.
Okay. And my last question that I love to ask all my guests. Okay. When it is all said and done and you are long gone from this earth, what is it that you want the world to know about Sandy Cheeks?
Oh, she was honest.
Mm,
And like for real honest. Like not just, oh, let's say nice things about you when you're gone.
mm,
And also, did I give you your flowers while you're here?
mm,
Mom always said you give your flowers to people while they're here because they can't smell them when they're gone.
mm,
And if you're doing good, whether this is a little bit of stuff that you're doing, whether I know you personally or I just, be cool but distant, I'll reshare your stuff. I'll talk about your stuff, anything. I support you because I know how hard it is. So I give people their flowers while they're here, and I'm honest. And I feel like that counts a long way, even in a world full of fraud.
mm.
So,
I like that. Well, I appreciate you, Miss Sandy Cheeks. Look, man, you dropped a lot of knowledge today, a lot of jewels, a lot of great information that I know the people is gonna love. So I appreciate having you on the platform for real.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. And I'll let you know when this article drop and everything. So you have a rest of a good evening.
I will. You too. Thank you so much.
No problem. Talk to you later.
Bye.